welcome back. Episode a day, every day until opening day, and today we are doing Kyle Higashioka. Does he have a last name? Do we know?
Higashioka.
Ooh, perfect. Does he have a middle name?
I can't tell if you're going to love it or hate it, so I'm nervous as hell.
Harris. Ooh, Kyle Harris Higashioka. Harry Higashioka is a great name.
Harry
Higashioka is a completely different person than Kyle Higashioka.
And he is a Kyle Higashioka.
He's not a Harry Higashioka.
No.
He's a Kyle Higashioka.
That would be such a burden on him if he was a
Harry Higashioka. You're basically like a private detective in a 1930s war movie.
Basically, they say.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Higgy, friend of the program.
Friend of the family.
Our first player interview of a Yankee that came on this. Current Yankee to come on Talkin Yanks.
On the podcast? Yeah.
I think not the first Yankee that interacted with us, but the first current.
Was Wade before him?
No.
It was Higgy, then Wade?
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
Cool.
Then Talkman.
The Higster.
I guess in the order of release, Talkman was first, but we spoke with Higgy before Talkman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Tough.
Yeah. So for the audience, Talkman. For
Talkman
us,
first,
Higgy.
For us, Higgy. Greg Bird.
Anyway,
yeah.
Big, huge year for Kyle Higashioka.
A big, huge year.
It is a big, huge year.
Big, huge year.
He is out of minor league options, so that means he will be the backup catcher as long as he can be the backup catcher. Like, the bar's not set incredibly high for him to ride out this year, but if things go sour, if Gary gets hurt, if Gary gets hurt, that kind of locks him up, but he may stay a backup. The worst case, I think, is he plays poor enough that when Gary gets hurt, he's not the starter and they bring someone else in and he stays the backup. Worst case. It's hard to open up worst case, but I think that is worst case.
Tough. Yeah, because I think we get lost in the sauce sometime, and I just jumped back to last year's awards when Romy, my homie, was doing bad things, and I was like, "Yo, Romine, you got to just do something. Like, you're the backup catcher. We need a little some out of you," and that was middle of June.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got literally half a season, if not more, to show anything, and then it's like, okay, do we have to do something? And we'll see how that plays out with Gary's health. He's had some health issues in the past, and, Romine's been a staple for a while. But, yeah, on June 14th last year, Austin Romine had a 463 OPS. Yeah, he was hitting 196 with no power either. So, Higgy comes in, man, and everything we've heard from the organization is that they like him a lot. He does some cool stuff with pitch framing, and looking back, our baseball talks with Higgy were really cool because we asked him about the one leg thing, and he had an interesting answer. He kind of said no, like he's feeling it out, but he's also been really good at pitch framing, and
he's not doing it.
That's what the one leg is supposed to help for, and he's already pretty good with that.
I think it's also for bigger bodies, like Mitch Garver on the Twins and like Gary Sanchez, and Higgy kind of doesn't have that bulky big guy frame.
He's not as bulky, yeah.
He's not a small guy.
Not a small guy by any means. But, yeah, so he's hitting-wise, he's going to get a lot of leash when he's in the game, meet it, squeeze it, and freeze it,
Meet it.
Meet it.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
And don't forget to freeze it.
Go check out Coach Ballgame.
Go check out Coverage Gear. Go check out coveragegear.com. Get yourself a number 66 Higgy hat. That is coveragegear.com. COVERH. I don't want to do that.
Not a spelling pod. Yeah.
I can spell it, but
sure.
I didn't want. I don't.
You're running risk there.
They didn't ask for it. COVERAGEGER.com. Use discount code JOMBOY or breakdown, and you get 20% off a hat of your choice.
Get some Higgy swag. And friend of the program, and yeah, he's just, you can't be an issue. He's never going to be a locker room issue.
No, he's very quiet.
He's a very quiet guy, and I think he's well liked by everyone. So as long as he's literally getting behind the plate 1.5 times a week and catching the ball,
okay, so
he's going to be guaranteed on the team for half a year.
Yes, so that's fine.
Yes.
As a backup catcher, once a week, all that.
Yeah.
Day game after night game, however they plan it out. No qualms.
Right.
Jake.
Yes.
Gary Sanchez has had health issues, correct?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Austin Romine in 2017 started 58 games.
Right.
In 2018, he started 68 games.
Sure.
In 2019, he started 62 games.
Right.
So math is not my thing, but that's 2 months every season where Romine was a starting catcher. Not in consecutive order, but actually there's usually like a 3-week stretch.
Yeah.
Are we prepared for Higgy to do that? Like, are we prepared for? We're prepared for Higgy to get one game every 5 days. Are we prepared for him to be, for the full stretch of a month, the backup the catcher?
Yeah, I'm interested to see, because in 2018, when Higgy was on the Major League squad, there was a couple games where teams ran wild on him. And again, the Yankees pitching staff, they didn't put a lot of effort into holding in runners, and the league doesn't run as much anymore, so it's not a giant concern. But there was a couple examples that were like, last year we didn't feel that with Higgy at all. I'd have to get into the games a little bit more. So you need to make sure that's not there, because that's one of those problems that feels worse than it is. Like, every time a runner gets on base, you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And that's, again, analytics, go see where that comes up in the numbers. But Higgy, man, we're gonna find out, right? Gary will get nicked up at one point, and here's my thing, and I'll give myself a pat on the back, because it's been a while
since you patted your own back.
Yeah, it's 2.5 days in the studio. I haven't given myself a full pat on the back on the air.
I don't know.
I kind of always am. But I asked Higgy, because I got into his minor league numbers, and I was like, Higster, in 2016, did you change something? Because your numbers took a jump up, and before that, they were pretty bad. And he was like, yes, actually, after that season, I reevaluated everything, and I said, if I want to be a major leaguer, I need to change something.
I think his direct answer was astute
Okay. And
it was going to be astute observation, young Jacob, but I
couldn't get that fire out of there. But and if you look at his minor league stats, he's had a couple years he raked. Last year in 70 games. You like this, Jim? In 70 games at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre? 70 games. How many homers do you think Higgy had?
19.
20.
One was inside the park, so I wasn't counting it.
No.
Yeah, there was one.
Higgy
it was inside.
Did not have it inside the park home run.
No, I hit the guy's head. It hit the left fielder's head. It was in the corner.
Fainted.
Center fielder wasn't backing up. Higgy at the insider. It's minor leagues, man.
It's the minor leagues, and that's how it goes sometimes.
So 20 home runs in 70 games?
Yeah.
All right. You blew past something that I wanted. I had a response, but
okay.
you blew past it.
I blew past it. I got hot.
Because your 2018 defensive worries.
Right.
I have the numbers here.
Okay.
In 20 games started, he allowed 15 stolen bases. So that's bad.
That's a really big number.
That's a really bad number.
It's a really big number.
He caught 3 stealing. Now, in 14 games started last year, 12.
Okay.
That's bad.
It's not good.
So he needs to clean up the running game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. Let me see this. Innings, 137 innings played last year, and 12 stolen bases. Well, you can't do that math, because you can't do that math. You can't do it how I was about to do it, you can't do it at all.
Okay.
Stopping myself.
However he was about to do it, you can't do it. If you're at home about to do it that way, just stop.
No, you can't do that. That was dumb.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, they're running. They're taking chances. So in 18 games played in 2019, teams attempted to steal 15 times in 18 games. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And they were safe 12 of those 15.
And I So maybe it was a little more flatline last year because I remember I think in 2018 there was like 2 festival days that you and I hopped on the mics and were like,
well, it's because Romine was also
maybe it was
there.
a series with the Royals or something. You know, it was a team that ran, but yeah, I mean, it's luckily running is becoming less of a part of baseball, but I wonder if that almost becomes, you know, when the Yankees start eyeing rest days and things like that, like if the Royals are coming up or, you know, a team that still tries to swipe bags.
It was the Indians, and here's the stretch we're talking about.
Yeah.
So it was 4 games started in a row, and he allowed 5 stolen bases and caught 0. So 5 guys stole in 4 games, and he threw out 0, and 3 in 1 game, Cleveland Indians. So that was the stretch that is seared into our brain. We're like, okay, that can't be something that happens.
Yeah. And again, hey, if you got the pitch brain, maybe that's something they're working on with Matt Blake. But yeah, I don't know, and I think
they were all off Chad Green too.
Ooh, that's tough, Chad.
And Kipnis was one of them.
This Kipnis kiss. I don't know. Let's talk about Kyle Higashioka, because I think the big thing is that everyone's been talking about, if the Yankees held just a home run derby, you know, he could be a sneaky top 5 pick.
In your opinion?
Well, people are talking about.
Yes, and we even said that to Higgy twice now, and both times he's like, really?
Yeah, he's a little surprised. He's a little surprised. He doesn't know if I'm pulling his leg or something, and I'm genuinely not.
Yeah, you like his swing.
I like his swing. He showed it the other day in the Wind Bowl in the Tiger spring training game. He's got like a great wiffle ball home run swing.
He also hit a couple more home runs, one more. He has 2 wind ball home runs. He just hit one yesterday. We're recording this on Wednesday the 11th. My sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Yes. 4 RBIs. His numbers in spring have climbed up because it's such a small sample size that he had 2 good games in a row, and now his numbers are fantastic. He was 1 for 15 before that. So people were calling it the curse of Talkin Yanks, and now it's over with.
Over. The curse of Talkin Yanks is gone. Yeah, I don't know. I think something you and I mentioned before we hopped on the mic, BBD with an assist. He's the 2nd longest tenured Yankee in the organization, player-wise.
I mean, if you look at his spring training numbers, he got 2 at-bats in the Yankees big league camps for spring training in 2010.
Yeah.
This is his 10th spring training, and he's the first time he somewhat has a position locked up. He wouldn't say it's locked up. That's crazy. I mean, not the first 5 years, obviously. He wasn't trying to make the team. But it is insane.
No, 7th round pick in 2008. He's turning 30 on 4/20 this year. So blaze it, baby.
Oh yeah. Blaze it, baby. Yeah, blaze it. Yeah.
Is Kyle Harris Higgy? I mean, he's obviously not because he's on the Yankees. Wink, wink. Is Kyle Harris Higgy, born on 4/20, a huge pothead or never smokes pot?
Let me answer that question by dropping him playing Iron Maiden on you.
Yes.
This is Higgy jamming out. So, I mean, is the dude who rips Iron Maiden guitar songs in full length
Harris
not indulging or indulging?
So I don't know. It's tough because Higgy's personality is so cerebral and kind of quiet that he could be the guy that's just no, man, I'm here to rip my guitar today.
Yeah, I actually think he's not.
You guys do whatever you want to do in the band. I'm out here to shred.
I actually think that Higgy is scared to trust himself on substances like that. Because he's so quiet, he seems like such a wallflower that he'd be I don't know, this is my life until I don't know how I'm going to act on that stuff, so I don't even touch it.
Right.
Scared that I'll become a talkative guy.
Harry Higgy is a big time 420 guy.
No. Harry Higashioka is strictly no. He's a detective, and he's not. But Harry Higashioka Jr., the detective's son.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that
I think
dude.
it's a generation thing.
Yeah, that guy. Bad stoner. He's like he's setting the bad example for everyone else that wants pot.
So
Harry Higashioka Jr., huge pothead.
This is gonna make
huge disappointment for his father.
I think you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
Baseball reference projections for Higgy.
Okay. We are trying to project here, so I think we forgot about that.
His age 30 season.
Have at it, yeah.
215 at bats.
Okay.
9 homers, 11 doubles. 223 batting average, 284 on base, a 693 OPS.
Dude, I mean, I don't care about if he's the role that he should be. Like, I don't care. Like, dude, I don't need you to have like a backup catcher shouldn't have a 1 dot or a 900 OPS.
We were just given a Romine stat line. I'm perfect with that stat line.
Yeah, I don't care. As long as you get some timely hits while you're there. Romine stats last year. I mean, Romine stats in 2018 was a 713 OPS.
Yeah.
Do you remember? This is when I was mean to Romine. Not mean. It was warranted.
Tough
His
love.
2017 Romine season.
Sure.
He was the 5th worst offensive player in all of MLB.
Yeah.
He had a 49 OPS plus.
Yeah.
And he rode out as the backup.
Yeah.
And people liked him. So the bar's set pretty low to be a once every 5-day backup catcher. The interesting thing for Higgy, when Gary gets hurt and he misses 2 weeks, 3 weeks, last year when that happened, Romine wasn't the everyday guy. They split Romine and Higgy.
And I think they plan on doing that again.
So is it Kratzy going to come up? Is Iannetta staying in the system to come up? We can kind of
Tolley season?
I think Iannetta has it locked up. Like, he's having a really good spring, unless another team picks him up. But Kratz definitely, like, he lives in AAA.
So comfy.
So if this is the Higgy PPP, I also think we should do a little section right here on just backup catcher PPP, because Iannetta, Kratzy aren't getting their own one. So what's the plan when Gary gets hurt? We don't know who's going to be all right. It's Iannetta or Kratzy, but we both seem to agree that they will split time.
Yeah,
it won't be the Higgy show.
They split time unless someone's got a hot bat.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if Higster or Iannetta homers the game before,
what's Kratzy's arm like?
Run him out the next day. We have a pretty firm if you homer the day before, you get to play the next game policy.
The Yankees don't.
I know.
They almost don't like that.
Michael K. marching downstairs. Do you believe in hot?
Do you believe in hot? First question we ever asked Michael K. when he came on the show.
Yeah.
I don't think he fully understood what we were referencing.
We'll have to open up next time with the same thing.
I'm trying to look at Eric Kratz. 54 games. 31 stolen bases. Good thing Ottavino's working on keeping runners on base.
Yeah.
And every other pitcher, please.
Please.
If Gary gets hurt and we don't have that cannon behind home plate, it's not like Romine can throw out guys either.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. We think Higgy's good. I think the bar is pretty low for him to be a backup catcher. Not him personally, but backup catchers. If Gary gets hurt for a prolonged period of time, that's what I'm most interested in. Will Higgy get all the games? Will he get majority games? Will they call up the AAA catcher and then split it? Because it will be a veteran guy like Kratz or Iannetta. That's what I'm interested in paying attention to.
Sure.
Cool.
Be good, Higgy. We like you.
Big Higgy fan.
Close friends with Talkin, Judge, and a lot of the crew, because he's been in the minor leagues with them for the past decade.
He's all about it. See you tomorrow. Another episode of the show.